take this motor and cram it in that truck.
Yeah, got her out. And pull her up and let all the air out of the tire. Alright, so far on this 350. So we're going to pause this real quick, and I'm going to go through and explain how I got this OBS truck.
On this episode,
The brakes are locked off.
we got a Suzuki Ozark.
2 years ago, me and Gunner, we went and got that Suzuki Ozark for I think like $250 or somewhere around there. And got that and traded it for a Blaster. So this Suzuki Ozark is all relevant to how I got this OBS truck. Here's a couple clips of the Ozark.
Oh, nuts. Look at how pretty it is. Oh, it sounds real good. Oh. There he goes. Hear that? Hear that? That's horsepower. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So once I got the Suzuki all done, I posted on Marketplace and had a guy that wanted to trade me a Yamaha Blaster. So I traded in the Blaster, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something when we were trading. As you can see here, that's the day I got it. All I had to do was get some paint off the plastics, and I think that was it. So I posted this on Marketplace, and immediately I got a hit off some guy that had a 84 Chevy C30 dually square body truck. So the guy that had the dually, he wanted to trade for the Blaster for his son. The dually ended up needing a fuel line and some brake work, but other than that, it ran and drove.
I really want to buy wheels.
Apparently, Will wanted to buy him some wheels. The Blaster actually blew up on the kid the day before the guy brought the truck to me. So that sucks. So I ended up giving him some cash to rebuild it. So I daily drove this truck for a few months, and it did pretty good. It just had no power. It was actually a decently clean truck that had original paint, and it didn't have too much rust. The tailgate was pretty rough, though. So I cut and buffed the paint, and it actually shined up really nice. I should have never got rid of this truck. It was actually pretty nice. Here's me painting the tailgate. I hauled a lot of stuff with this truck. Tractor. I got this fifth wheel trailer. Hauled a truck on that. Some four-wheelers on that. Went to UR with it. Hauled a dirt bike. Here's me with no brakes driving it. And then here's where it all went south. So I was going down the road, and it threw a rod straight through the bottom end. So this thing was toast. Threw that truck up on Marketplace as is, and a guy traded me this 89 Chevy K1500, and it ran and drove. It had a bunch of issues, but it wasn't too bad. At the time, I was daily driving that Candy Apple Red OBS truck, and then I ended up selling it, so I started dailying this truck, and it was pretty bad. It had open headers. It also had a bad oil leak out of the rear main and a fuel leak too. And the timing was all messed up. So I daily drove this thing for probably like a month and a half, 2 months. And then I ended up buying this 94 Chevy C1500 and dailied it for a while. So the red truck pretty much just sat there for, I don't know, a year, half a year. got it out every once in a while. I put some super swampers on it. I started to paint the truck candy apple red. Got the tailgate and the hood done as of now still. So about a year later, I got the truck back out, took the engine out, resealed it, put a new exhaust on it and a new carb on it. Put these gay wheels on there. Drove it like this for quite a while. I think it was like 2 or 3 months. Here's me bogging on the 24. So a couple weeks later, it ended up spinning a rod bearing, I think. And so I just quit driving it. And eventually I'm going to get that engine fixed. And that's about how it ended. So now that we're all caught up, we'll get back into the video and see how this goes. We got here. Checked all the compression on all cylinders. They're all at 180 and get there quick, except... So number 1 and number 7, they got around like 165, 170. All the other ones were at 180 to 182. So, oh well, it is what it is. While getting this exhaust manifold off on this side, I broke 2 studs off. So I'm gonna weld that nut on there and then weld a nut onto that. This one right here is gonna be a pain. This one should come out. Well, I just realized how stupid I am. I've been messing with that lug or that exhaust bolt for a while, and I just realized, shit, I'm putting different heads on it. This doesn't matter. So I'm just retarded, and that doesn't matter at all because I got different heads. I'm putting double hump heads. So
400 modified. So the plan is we're gonna take this motor and cram it in that truck.
yeah, it's a 86 to 88 350.
I mean, if we're lucky, it might make
50.
2,000 horsepower minimum.
Yeah. Well, here's the truck we're gonna put it in.
For some reason, we're swapping a smooth island engine for one that chops. It'll make no sense.
I don't know why everybody likes to have these big misfires, but I don't know. I reckon people like the way they sound.
Yeah, this one's wore out. This is a 64 Corvette engine.
That's what they say.
It's orange.
Shut
We
up.
at least got to take these valve covers.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Those are good looking valve covers.
Yes. 89 k1500 full drive 5-speed. Oh, it even got a radio still.
Surprise, surprise, he didn't ride it.
I know, I thought I took it out.
Surprising for something around here.
Ain't in bad shape, needs
Like a
rockers.
dog got to your seat.
Yeah.
It's all that horsepower. You got clips with the damn. You got clips that way you don't throw you out the damn back glass.
You got all that.
Pulled the start off of this one, put it on that one, and checked all the compression on it.
And then we're painting this truck. Paint it cherry.
Well, what's the goal, Jacob? Nehemiah?
I don't know. Swap one motor for another motor and get one to run.
Boat rig.
By this weekend, so we could take the boat out.
Nah,
By today is.
Shut up, Nehemiah. It'll be done
Skittle will
tomorrow
be
night.
done by then.
Be done by tomorrow
All
night.
Right.
What time is it?
7:30.
All right, so our goal is to have it running hopefully by like 9 o'clock tomorrow.
In the morning or at night?
No, at night. So I got work tomorrow.
Oh, that ain't gonna no issue at all.
Yeah.
We could have it done tonight.
I'll call out of work.
You don't need to. We'll have it done by 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, right.
I'm in. Time lapse.
Skeeters. It's skeeter season.
What are you doing,
Skater
Mike?
season. Pulling his headers off.
Yeah.
Trying to.
How long is it gonna take us?
30 minutes most.
Bart's gonna be getting the engine hoist out.
Yeah, for real.
Where's it at?
Well, we about got the engine ready to pull. Got to pull this, yeah, so we can get that out.
This is just 5 minutes later from the last clip.
Yep.
Less than 5. You gotta take a fan off.
All right. Yeah, all we gotta do is fan and,
Motor mounts,
Yeah.
fan, motor mounts.
That's it.
Cherry picker.
all right, well, the engine's ready to pull. We're having to let all the air out of the tires because,
What's that, Tony?
the engine hoist won't go up high enough. What?
About out.
Yeah. Well, we got her out. Man, that's a good looking engine right there.
I didn't know if it was gonna make it there
Polish
for a minute.
hands.
Yeah.
It was close. Oh, it'll make it. I had to swing it by the latch.
Look at this mess.
Way to get that.
It's probably a good thing you pulled that one out.
You know, funny enough, I just resealed it. That's from all the shit that was in there before. It didn't leak.
God.
Well,
Don't know how this happened. Gasket got on the other side of the header.
gonna definitely need some parts.
Yeah, I'd say. You don't need one of them things with all the pistons in it.
Well, the electric motors.
No, the other kind.
All right, so a little change of plans. We're gonna put double hump heads on it, but that ended up not working out. And I had some Vortec heads we were gonna put on it, but got to buy an intake for the Vortec heads, and I don't really want to do that right now. So we're just gonna run it how it is. I also had that new cam for it, but I ain't gonna put that in until I see if the engine's actually healthy or not, or if it needs to be pulled back out and whatever. So, all right, so I got the water pump off, the crank pulley off, and I'm gonna be swapping everything onto this other engine, including the starter, flywheel, clutch. I'm gonna have to do this adapter, I think. Tires. What in the hell?
I mean, the rig's about to be done, so you know we had to get her some new shoes.
Oh yeah.
Can't be riding around on Steelies.
That's the new 35s. Cooper Discoveries. Cooper Discover.
One good wash, it'll come right out.
Yeah, I might have to put them with some steel wool.
Mine's like that too.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, but $550. Look at that tread. Look at that tread.
Can't beat it. It's like brand new tires.
Brand new. All right, so here's the deal with this. I kind of figured this was going to happen because I had to do this with a different engine swap I did one time. This is a 68 engine, and this is an 84 engine. And I guess, I don't know when they switched or if it's relative to what block it is or whatever. But this crankshaft is this engine over here is 68. It's got a bigger diameter, I guess whatever you'd call that circle, the inner circle. And the bolt pattern isn't the same. So I have to get a flywheel that matches this flex plates bolt pattern or whatever. I also have to get some vacuum plugs and a plug for this carburetor, but the carburetor's on there. Other than that, it's ready to throw in. So I'm gonna call O'Reilly's and see if they have one in stock. If not, I'll just have to order one. So I decided not to paint this one or not to put different heads or anything like that. I'm gonna see if it runs, how it runs, and see if it's actually worth putting any money and work into this engine. If it is, it's not a big deal to pull it back out and paint it, reseal it, heads, cam, intake, blah blah blah. So I put a 373 rear end in it, and this is a 343 originally. So I have to change this diff out, or I could swap gears, but I already have a truck with the 373 front diff. So that's why the drive shaft's disconnected. Have to bleed the brakes. The rear brakes actually just need to be completely redone, but I'll do that, if it, the truck's drivable. We'll see. All right, just got the new throw-off bearing installed. Got a new flywheel, new pressure plate, new clutch disc, and a pilot bushing. This front pulley system, all that on there. I've never had to put one in with all that on there, but if it's doable, it should save a lot of time, because that's a pain to have to hold up in there and that when you're inside the truck. I had to swap the coolant intake thing, whatever. So I'm waiting on that gasket maker to set up a little bit. The clutch and flywheel's all ready to go on. All right, well, it looks like it's ready to go in. I had to put a couple new wires on there, and yeah. So I think it's ready to install, and we'll see what I'm forgetting once I get it in there. All right, after like 30 minutes of messing with this thing, I finally got to slide on the shaft. So I'm gonna start working on getting the bell housing bolts in. All right, so this took way longer than it usually does, but engine's bolted in, trans is bolted to the engine, starter's in, and I got the power steering hooked up. About to hook the exhaust up, and then go to wiring, or the distributor and plug wires and all that. I'm done for today. I'm getting there. All I gotta do left is put the other header on, distributor, spark plug, wires, radiator, fan, fuel line, and coolant hoses, and a battery. Other than that, it's done. Got this tire on there. Thing looks pretty good now. Need a paint job. All right, I just pulled the old Octopus out of this 73 C10 for the OBS because I thought I had a distributor laying around, but I couldn't find it. All right, not everything's hooked up, but it's enough to see it run. Make sure it's gonna run. Got fuel, oil, and spark. Well, it runs, but it's got a bad rod knock, so I guess that's the end of this. It is what it is. Well, I guess it's the end of this for now. Here's how it looks on these wheels. What a shame. Yeah, it's definitely a rod knock or lower engine knock, bad. So this one's shot. I don't know what, I guess I'll try to find another one or something.